On career goals. For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler, continuing to get to know some of the assistants around our athletic department, currently joined by Wheeling University women's basketball assistant coach Bob Lindsay. And Bob, first of all, you've been with the team over the last 2 years, first year as your full-time assistant capacity. Talk about how you connected with the program and head coach Anya Kowalska.
Well, Coach Anya Kowalska played for me at Kent State, and I've followed her career ever since she left there. So she worked for me for a couple of years after she played, and then she went to West Virginia Tech and obviously to Life University and came here. So I've tried to help her wherever I could help her, and so I decided when she came here, if I had a chance to come down and help out with the team, I would.
And you've had a legendary coaching career. Talk about some of the things throughout your career that you're bringing to the program today.
But I thought that I coached at Kent State as a head coach for 23 years, and then I coached men's lacrosse at Holy Cross for 10 years, and then I coached as an assistant coach in the women's program for a fellow by the name of Togo Palazzi and then Bill Gibbons. And Togo Palazzi was a Celtics draft choice, the number one Celtics draft choice. So I worked with a lot of very good people, and I think the 23 years at the Division I level and the success we had at Kent State, I think we could use some of that here in helping out the players and helping out the coaching staff and so forth. And that's what I'm trying to do.
And from a coaching standpoint, talk about some of the things that you work on with the girls in practice to help them get better.
Well, I've always felt that one of the things I enjoy the most from the coaching standpoint is being able to teach players from an individual standpoint and work on techniques and just show them some things that maybe they don't get a chance to see in other places. And I think I've had a chance to do that quite a bit this year, and I really enjoy it. And I enjoy the X's and O's part of the game. I enjoy that. It's one of the things that I've always liked all the way through, both as a lacrosse coach and as a basketball coach.
And obviously working with a young team this year, 14 new players coming in, most of them freshmen. What's it been like getting to work with such a young team and kind of watching them grow?
Well, it's an interesting experience because I think, at least from my perspective, I found out even at the Division I level, when you get new players, you can't assume that they know things that you think that they would know from just playing in high school and wherever they played at the AAU level. But that's the thing that you find out, I think, pretty quickly as a coach, both from a high school standpoint as a college standpoint. So, when we got a lot of new players this year, they came from a lot of different backgrounds and so forth, a lot of different programs, and you pretty much start at square one with them from a fundamental standpoint. And I've always believed that one of the big challenges of any coach, that no matter whether they're at the high school level or at the college level, is really conquering the fundamental part of the game. And a lot of coaches at the younger levels, think more about wins and losses and less about teaching the fundamental parts of the game. And I really think that's a mistake. I think you really have to concentrate on especially with younger players, in working with fundamentals.
Currently joined by Wheeling University women's basketball volunteer assistant Bob Lindsay. And Bob, now we're going to get to know you a little better with some rapid fire questions. You ready? I'm
ready.
Besides any of the sports you've coached before, if you could coach a new sport, what would you try and coach?
Well, I've coached a lot of them, Zach, so I'm not quite sure. I really enjoyed coaching football at the high school level. I coached men's lacrosse, I coached basketball at the high school level, basketball at the college level. So if I had to choose another sport, what would I do? I'd look at a sport like rugby or something like that. I kind of like rugby, so I think I'd give that a shot.
What's your favorite holiday meal?
Favorite holiday meal is always going to be turkey.
If you're going out to eat here in Wheeling, where are you looking to go to eat?
Okay, Zach, I'm not a guy that you want to take restaurant tips from, because I'm a Panera Bread guy for most of the time. Right.
And finally, talk about a message you like to give to your athletes, whether it be on an individual basis or as a team. What type of message do you like to give them?
Always try to improve. Improvement is the big thing as an athlete, both as a team, as an individual player, and you got to work for that every day.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all you do, and good luck the rest of the year.
Okay, Zach.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
On career goals.